Welcome to the DCTV News at Noon program. I'm Kendra Cook. Dolores County Broadcasting Network is the producer of DCTV with support from the Southwest Colorado TV Translator Association. If you have a news topic or event that you would like to see covered, give us a call. The studio number is 970-677-4119. Today's show runs Monday at noon and is uploaded to our YouTube channel and our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page to watch on demand. Today is October 21st, 2019. And now the news at noon. Underground coal fire found north of Dolores, that as reported by the Journal with a photo, Jim Mimiaga. A coal seam fire has been discovered burning underground 15 miles northeast of Dolores on the San Juan National Forest. Forest Service personnel discovered the fire October 9th. It is burning along a coal seam just east of Forest Road 525 and has been active since the summer 2018 when the Plateau fire occurred. The seam is extremely hot and will continue to burn for an indefinite period of time, producing minimal amounts of smoke and a strong odor of creosote that will be noticeable, that according to a press release. The ground around the coal seam is unstable and should be avoided. The fire will continue to burn underground as long as the coal resources exist, officials said. A team of experts will gather data about the fire's potential in 2020. The area of the coal seam fire is about 1/10 of an acre, said Patrick Seekins, fire management officer for the Dolores Ranger District. It's within the burn area of the Plateau fire and has been contained below the surface. The fire is at the head of Beaver Canyon, west of the Dolores Norwood Road, Forest Road 526, and east of Forest Road 525. No roads or trails have been closed, but roadside signs on Forest Road 525 warn of a nearby fire. How the fire started was at first a mystery, and further investigation revealed the previously unknown burning coal seam. Water and foam were dispensed into fissures where the coal could be seen burning, but it just temporarily cooled the fire, Seekins said. The area will be regularly monitored and patrolled to extinguish any fire that reaches surface vegetation. Because it is in the Plateau fire area, fuel around the coal seam fire has been reduced, and firefighters dug up the ground and cleared vegetation around the fire. Around the area are some ponderosa pines, aspen, oak brush, forest litter, and dry grasses. The area of the burning coal seam is about 30 yards long and 10 yards wide on an unstable 30-degree slope. Rocks and the ground near the seam are warm or hot, and there is some charred and charcoaled wood. Several small fissures in the ground have developed, and in a deeper one, the coal seam glows red hot, like shown in this photo. Occasionally, puffs of smoke are emitted along with vapors. Pink warning tape has been strung up between pine trees to keep people away, and a heavy coal smell is evident. Cattle are grazing in the general area, and hunters in trucks are passing through on a nearby road. Hidden coal seams sometimes ignite after wildfires, Seekins said. After the Weber fire in 2012, coal seams were ignited on Menifee Mountain south of Mancos. Coal seam fires are difficult to extinguish because they burn underground. They usually burn themselves out once the flammable material is consumed, Seekins said. Although the fire is burning underground, it may at times break through the surface and cause a vegetation fire. Anyone seeing an active fire burning above ground in vegetation should notify 911 or contact Durango Interagency Dispatch, which is 970-385-1324. For additional information, please contact the Dolores Ranger District at 970-882-7296. And the kokanee giveaway update by the Journal with photos Jerry McBride. Few kokanee salmon will be available for the public fish giveaway in Dolores this Thursday, October 24th at 3 p.m. because of a weak spawn up the Dolores River, that according to Colorado Parks and Wildlife. However, there will be 3 chances for the public to receive a haul of free kokanee at Lake Nighthorse, that's near Durango, on November 1st, 8th, and 15th. The gates open at 2 p.m. and the fish giveaway starts at 3 p.m. A current Colorado fishing license is required. Low water conditions at McPhee in 2018, combined with significant predation from walleye, smallmouth bass, and river otters, reduced the kokanee population this year more than expected, said Jim White, a CPW aquatic biologist. Quote, "It is a lot less than we anticipated, so we want to tamp down expectations for the Dolores event," White said. If 30 people show up, it would be likely that just 2 to 3 fish would be for each, or less if more people attend the giveaway. Colorado Parks and Wildlife had hoped the spawn would bring in about 300 fish for the giveaway, but less than half of that arrived. CPW encourages residents to attend the Lake Nighthorse giveaway instead, where more kokanee salmon will be available. People are more likely to get up to 10 fish each at Nighthorse. It's tough. We thought about canceling the Dolores event, but would hate to do so, said CPW spokesman Joe Lewandowski. No disrespect to Dolores, there were just less kokanee this year. There are more chances a short drive away. To get the free fish, participants must have a fishing license. CPW officials don't want someone to buy a day fishing license just for the Dolores event and then find out there are only 2 to 3 fish or none available. The Dolores spawn was late this year, White said, and the fish were bigger, some 12 to 14 inches long. Bigger kokanee indicate a reduced overall population, he said, because food is more abundant when there is less competition for it. The fewer number of fish, the more each one can fatten up. Walleye are especially fond of preying on kokanee. White said the low water in the lake in 2018 caused crowded conditions for fish, and the increased overlap of prey and predator habitat left the kokanee vulnerable. Quote, "You can never tell for sure, but they probably took a good hit from the walleye. Walleye can be a tough fish to catch because they are always full of kokanee and not hungry enough to take the bait," White said. Brown trout and smallmouth bass also prey on kokanee. Most of the fish arrived at the Dolores State Wildlife Area spawning grounds northeast of Dolores in the past 10 days. They swim up to a concrete raceway where they were released when young. They remember the spot and return 3 to 4 years later as adults to spawn. CPW staff assist with the spawn and collect the fertilized eggs, which are hatched in the Durango State Wildlife Fish Hatchery. When 1 inch long, the young kokanee are released in spring into the upper Dolores, where they swim to McPhee Reservoir and mature, and then the process is repeated. Kokanee populations are notoriously difficult to predict and tend to fluctuate a lot based on environmental factors, food, and the number of predators, White said. A survey downriver on the Dolores River Friday did not reveal a large school heading upstream from McPhee, he added. River otters, eagles, and bears are also getting their fill of kokanee as they have figured out the fall spawning schedule on the upper Dolores River. And speaking of coal earlier, from the Durango Herald, a report with a file photo. A coal mine in La Plata County has been approved for expansion, a move that is expected to extend the life of the mine for at least another 20 years. Preparing for its coal reserves to run out, GCC Energy, which has operated the King 2 mine near Hesperus since 2007, asked the Bureau of Land Management in 2018 for a lease to expand the mine by 2,462 acres, opening access to an estimated 12 million tons of coal. The BLM last week announced the request has been granted. Jobs in the coal industry matter, Assistant Secretary for Land and Minerals Management Casey Hammond said in a prepared statement. Quote, "The Department of the Interior supports working landscapes across the West, and the coal reserves in this proposal will play a major role in infrastructure projects beneficial for all Americans." Gina Lotito, Vice President of Energy and Sustainability for GCC Energy, said in an email to the Durango Herald that the BLM's decision will keep 100 jobs in the county. GCC Energy is pleased that we will continue to be part of the La Plata County community for years to come, Lotito said. "We take our responsibility to the county and the land seriously and will continue to be good partners." Most of the coal extracted at King 2 goes to GCC Energy's parent company, Grupo Cementos de Chihuahua, a multi-million-dollar international cement manufacturer based in Chihuahua, Mexico, for use in cement production. Since the company took over the King 2 mine, it has produced an average of about 700,000 tons of coal per year. But increasingly, production has waned as the industry takes a downturn. This year, GCC Energy is on track to extract about 624,000 tons, according to state records. CGC Energy officials have said the expansion would have minimal impact on surface operations. Quote, "Nothing changes in the way we operate," King 2 mine manager Chris Dorenkamp wrote in a letter to nearby property owners. There was little public opposition to the proposed expansion, save for a handful of residents who brought up issues with climate change, truck traffic associated with hauling coal, and potential impacts to water quality. GCC Energy will have to build a shallow tunnel That's called a low cover crossing to access its new reserves of coal, which will require approval from various federal and local agencies, including La Plata County commissioners. Commissioners last Tuesday decided to put off a vote until November 5th to wait for the BLM's decision, which came in last week on Wednesday. At the meeting, commissioners expressed concern about the amount of truck traffic on the one access road to the mine, County Road 120. If approved, traffic for construction of the tunnel, as well as a separate repaving project of County Road 120 headed by GCC, will be on top of the regular daily traffic for the mine, about 100 trucks. And now let's take a look at the local weather outlook. Today, we're looking for sunny skies with a high near 51 degrees, light and variable wind becoming northwest 10 to 15 miles an hour in the morning. Winds could be gusty again as high as 25 miles an hour. Tonight, clear skies with a cool low around 29 degrees. North-northeast winds 5 to 15 miles, and then warming up a tad for Tuesday with sunny skies and a high near 57. Those north-northeast winds continue at 5 to 10 miles an hour and become southeast in the morning. Thursday night, mostly clear with a low around 33. Those colder northwest winds continue at 5 to 10 miles an hour, but lighten up by the evening. On Wednesday, again sunny with a high near 60 degrees, light and variable wind becoming northwest 5 to 10 miles an hour. But then those winds could gust up again on Wednesday in the 25 mile an hour range during the afternoon. Wednesday night, mostly clear and a low around 28. For Thursday, sunny but cooler again with a high near 50 degrees. Thursday night, clear and a low around 26. Friday, we're looking for sunny skies with a high near 58. Friday night, clear with a low around 31. And for the weekend now, it's looking to be beautiful for fall days. Saturday, sunny with a high near 62. Saturday night, clear with a low around 34. And Sunday, sunny with a high near 60, we're projecting. So though it's gorgeous fall weather, we are very much in need of moisture. We're seeing D2 drought conditions for Dove Creek and the entire county right now, which is described as a severe drought. That's crop or pasture loss likely, water shortages common, and water restrictions may be imposed. And now, back to the news. And reporting on the lack of precipitation, a report by the Journal regarding water conservation with a photo from DRBA. The Dolores River is the lifeblood of Montezuma County and other counties, and it has a whole host of stakeholders, including boaters, farmers, and recreationists. In recognition of this, the Dolores River Boating Advocates hosted, quote, Take a Boater Farming. That was on October 12th, focusing on the role of the river in irrigating local farms. It was held in conjunction with the High Desert Conservation District, the Montezuma Land Conservancy, and Fozzie's Farm, where the event was held. The purpose of the event was to promote collaboration between river-related entities and to help people understand other perspectives, said Amber Clark, Executive Director of DRBA. Fozzie's Farm is on an 83-acre parcel of land in Lewis. It's owned by the Montezuma Land Conservancy and serves as the organization's educational hub, connecting young people to the outdoors through hands-on agricultural learning programs. The farm is managed by Jay Loschert, the Conservancy's Outreach and Education Coordinator, who also lives there. Irrigation was the main topic of discussion at this event. Loschert demonstrated how irrigation functions at Fozzie's Farm, and Greg Vlaming of the High Desert Conservation District talked about various irrigation methods and water-saving techniques for farmers. Fozzie's Farm is at the northernmost edge of the Montezuma Valley Irrigation Company's coverage area. Above it is served by the Dolores Water Conservation District. Vlaming said that in his job with the High Desert Conservation District, they've collaborated with DWCD to increase efficiencies. Eventually, they want to plan to work their way south to do the same with MVIC. Most of the irrigation in the district is operated through side rolls or center pivots, Vlaming said. Construction wrapped up on the McPhee Reservoir and Dam in the 1980s, and many of the side rolls and nozzles implemented at that time are, quote, worn out, Vlaming said. They achieve a certain level of efficiency, but many of these systems are old, he said. The Fozzie's Farm's goal is not only to be a sustainable site, but also to be, quote, regenerative, making the soil healthier and more conducive to growth. Loschert said the farm has a partnership with neighboring cattle farmers. The cows graze at Fozzie's Farm, which helps maintain the fields and grasslands. The Saturday event closed out with a screening of, quote, River of Sorrow, the film that focuses on the Dolores River and the important role it plays for boaters, farmers, and community members. The film, produced by DRBA alongside filmmakers Rig to Flip, highlighted different voices and perspectives on what can be done to preserve the river and what water use should look like. And an update on tire recycling from the Journal with the photos from Jim Mimiaga. A tire collection and recycling program at the Montezuma County landfill has been successful. More than 26,000 tires were brought to the landfill by hundreds of residents as part of an effort to clean up the community, said landfill manager Mel Jarman. The mountain of tires is being fed into an industrial shredder, a process that will take a few weeks. The piles of shredded tires will be used as an alternative daily cover at the landfill. Every day, the new garbage must be covered, and it is usually done with soil mined from the landfill property. But soil reserves are depleting, Jarman said. So they obtained a special permit from the Colorado Department of Health and Environment to shred the tires for use as cover. During the week-long collection period in August, residents could drop off tires at no charge. The line of vehicles with tires stretched for a half mile down the entrance road into the landfill. Quote, "We collected more than expected. People really appreciated getting rid of their old tires and cleaning up their properties. It was a good community project," Jarman said. Usually, the landfill charges $2.50 to dispose of a car tire and $18.90 per truck tire. When they get a semi-trailer load, they ship it to a tire recycling facility and break even on the costs. The industrial shredder cost $25,000 to rent for a month. The Montezuma County Health Department received a $4,000 grant from the Colorado Department of Health and Environment towards the rental, and the landfill picked up the rest of the tab. The landfill program also collected residential tree and brush trimmings, which will be shredded and added to a compost product that is available to the public. In Toyac, a similar tire recycling program took place. A pile of about 5,000 tires were shredded, and residents brought in hundreds more. The shredded tires will be used as cover at the transfer station and for other purposes. During a tour of the shredding operation, landfill foreman Gary Nelson operated a front-end loader to slowly fill the shredder hopper with a few tires at a time to prevent clogging. Inside the unit, a drum with teeth grabs the tires and pushes them through the cutters and rakes, chewing them up into 5 to 8 inch chunks and strips that are delivered to a conveyor belt and onto a large pile. The shredder has been operating 8 to 10 hours per day since October 1st to process the giant tire pile, which has been reduced by more than half. Every so often, the diesel-powered unit has to be put into reverse to free up metal from the tires that have wrapped around the shredder drums. And today's High Canyon Country happenings. Reaching Out to Community and Kids, or The Rock, in Dove Creek is hosting their annual Spooktacular event this Thursday, October 24th at the Dove Creek Memorial Hall. With over 20 booths, 25-cent tickets, $4 walking taco dinner available, and a revamped haunted house, which is available for $2, and new $2 photo booth. Come on out and dress up your kiddos and come out for some fun. It runs from 5 to 8 p.m. this Thursday. Or on Thursday, October 24th, you can head out to the State Line Bar and Grill, or after that other event, to enjoy delicious food and drinks while listening to acoustic talent of Mensch. He plays original and cover acoustic rock and country. He's recorded with Brian Bonds, former guitar player for Florida Georgia Line, Scott Wilson, bass player for Saving Abel, Mike Smith, former drummer for Tantric, and opened for The Lax, Charlie Daniels, Tanya Tucker, Kansas, 38 Special, Dan Fogelberg, Dwight Yoakam, and Badfinger. He'll be playing from 8 to 11 p.m. on Thursday night. That's also Burger Night at the State Line with $5.99 burger specials starting at 4 p.m. The kitchen closes at 9. Then Friday and Saturday nights, October 25th and 26th, locally in Dove Creek, take a trip through the Haunted Forest, if you dare. It's to benefit the senior class at the Dove Creek High School. It starts at dusk or dark, around 7 p.m. probably, held at 371 West 1st Street in Dove Creek. That's AKA Charlotte's Forest. They note that the safe words for getting out of the haunted forest early are, quote, "I want my mommy." It's $12 per person or $20 per couple. No doubt it'll be a special scare if you dare. And I post up all of these High Canyon Country happenings on our Facebook page, which is DCTV News at Noon, so you can look up phone numbers and dates. And we also upload the daily news to our YouTube channel, which you can search for with the same name, DCTV News at Noon. And the broadcast is also posted to the general Facebook page, where we add links to stories of interest, share other events or news, and where you can join in on the conversation too. This is your local community TV station, so if you have something you'd like to share, contact us. By email, it's dcbnnews@gmail.com, or you can call us at 970-677-4119, and we'll be happy to help. And thankfully, we got the audio situation from last week fixed for this week. And thanks for tuning in. News at Noon now airs at noon Monday through Friday, and then is available on demand online on our YouTube channel and posted on our DCTV News at Noon Facebook page. We ask that you please like us there and share it with a friend. This has been a production of DCTV for the News at Noon program out of Dove Creek, Colorado, USA. I'm Kendra Cook. Thank you for watching.